Okay, at this time we're looking right now at the reading 15 page. This reading exercise is going to be covering a very full range in the right hand and in the left hand. Okay, now what you're going to do here is you're really going to start seeing that it would be to your advantage to be placing in select fingerings so you're going to be able to conform to these pages. Is very, very important. Okay, so I can't even stress it enough that you can sit there and jot in your very own fingerings to make your the fingerings selections comfortable. Now, in classical music, you'll find that the fingerings will be there and to assist you. In the world of pop and jazz playing, you are going to be the one that's pretty much going to be in charge of where the fingerings are going to lay, and it'd be best advised for you to figure out what works comfortable, and you can put little footnotes, put a 5 finger or a thumb or a 2 or 3 on your pieces if you need that kind of assistance to be able to help you through this. Okay, so right now this piece is in E flat. We're going to go through it nice and slow. Play it nice and slow from the beginning to the end. Using a metronome is wonderful after you get comfortable with it, but in the beginning you might want to leave the metronome out of the picture. And then you can also work on it with what we call rote playing, where you do it over and over again. Watch this. Here we go. So now we're pretty much here. We've got E flat, B, E, and A flat. Okay. Nice for that first line, isn't it? So it's a pretty little piece. Now see the B natural here? There we go. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't that pretty? Now, the nice thing about this is, the big thing is you want to try to keep your ideas very smooth and connected. You see a lot of eighth note, quarter note figures here, no eighth notes yet in this, and we're having, it's in the key of E flat, which is going to keep you on your toes because you got to look at B flat, E flat, and A flat when playing this. And you're going to be having half notes and whole notes being played in the left hand figures. So you really, the big thing here, you want to try to keep that steady time through the whole piece. Playing from the beginning to the end is great, but you also want to take some time to work on one little fragment at a time like this. So you take this right now and you can be working on, take that over, maybe with a metronome, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, faster, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you take the time and work on one little section at a time and loop it over and over with the metronome, you will achieve success with this. Now, another important fundamental you might want a skill for working on, practicing in general, is use the metronome very, very slow and very, very fast. Okay? Now you're probably saying, well, how can I do it fast if you can't play, of course, very fast from the beginning to the end, but you can take 1 or 2 measures and do it as fast as you can play. You can sit down, just do it over and over and try to lock into the metronome. Then you could play it really slow. 4, 1, tick, tick, tick. You get the metronome slow, or you can put it up fast and try to play the figures. By adjusting the metronome to a very slow tempo and a very fast tempo on your piece, it helps you internalize the counting process. Okay, so it's very, very important. I can't stress it enough. More important we're using the metronome than going from, say, 78 to 82, where you're not going to really see much of a difference. You'd better to go from 60 to 120, or and something on that line, where you have like a real drastic change in the tempo where you have to really adjust it with your internal kind of clock when you're playing these. Okay, so this is going to be a very important part of playing right now because we're venturing into a new key, the key of E flat. Very pretty piece. I think you'll enjoy. I had a lot of fun writing these and all these reading pieces, and it will greatly help your bass clef reading as well as your treble clef because they're covering a full range. You have to really tune in here to the fingering placement. It's going to be a key element to this, and you might want to make some footnotes as to where your fingerings are going. Okay, so it's very, very important. Okay, so enjoy reading 15. And just go slow, work on it, the slow speeds and the fast speeds for best success.